Please note, OCG is a fictional character. Any resemblance to persons alive, dead, or undead is purely coincidental.
Shut up, Bertrum.
Okay, shutting up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, joined once again by my faithful manservant / factotum Bertrum. Say hello, Bertrum.
Hello, Bertrum.
And this is our live stream for Insert Game Title here. So let me just begin by saying that this stream was made for children. I mean, not made for children. So, Mum and Dad, if you decide to show this to your children, maybe mute the audio. Now, let's commence with the profanity-strewn livestream that contains references to sex, mutilation, and torture. Ha ha ha! I'm only kidding. There is no torture. Ladies and gentlemen, it would appear that a vampire has just crawled into my room and bitten me somewhere out of sight. While I attend to that, yes, Bertrum here will entertain you the only way he knows how. By talking bollocks.
I asked you to do something different, Colin. You decided to come fucking up.
You
got cameras
The
on
radio
or
tower
something?
tracks your position, and you
weather
act so surprised.
we've been
I
having.
don't even know exactly where you're going.
I don't even know where I'm going.
Not
Dorsey
really.
Square, just down the road, cliffside. Let me guess.
So,
Second floor.
Sounds
I'm,
like you're angling for an in-law.
Bertrum,
So you can show off your little
but you,
beard.
already knew that.
This cult,
Um,
done talking to you.
I
By
like
the way, everyone
singing,
recognizes your stupid jacket.
gaming, obviously,
I like this jacket.
but I'm also fond of a long walk. Well, I used to be before. I mean, well, you know. Do you think that being set on fire would be painful? I mean, I've been electrocuted, beaten, fallen down the stairs, broken every bone in my body, been run over, bitten by a badger and an otter at the same time, drowned, suffocated, asphyxiated, which is the same as suffocated, just fancier. I've been thrown, mutilated, stabbed, shot, winded, assaulted, cut in half, cut into quarters, glued back together, tied up, hoisted, hung, hanged, strangled, mugged, glassed. But I've never been set on fire. So, do you think it's painful? Oh look! OCG is back. Oh, look! OCG is back. OCG? 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 OCG! 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 What are you babbling about, you miserable pile of bones in bad fashion? Oh, thank God you're back.
Bertrum, put that gun down.
Oh, sorry.
You know, I've never held a gun myself. Well, not recently, though I was once quite the regular of what the Americans call gay bars. Now, of course, that's a different gun entirely, though just as lethal, as Freddie Mercury will attest. So, back to the stream.
Don't you have a driving lesson today? You know, to get your license back?
Ah, well remembered, Bertrum.
Why did you lose your license in the first place?
Well, I'm not to be trusted on the road, Bertrum. Reason number one why I no longer have a driving license. I once confused the steering wheel with my penis. I made a terrible mess and the shopping centre needed no windows. And staff. Reason number two why I no longer have a driving license. When I see a helpless old man or woman crossing the road, I have the uncontrollable urge to shout abuse at them and or run them over. Yes. Reason number three why I no longer have a driving license. I took my first car for a test drive in the local park. I didn't realize there was anyone there. It was bloody 5 in the morning. But upon checking my tires when I got home, I found what was left of the postman and several dog walkers. Luckily, I had some spare tires, so crisis averted. Ha ha! Reason number three why I no longer have a driving license.
Reason number 4, I think.
Ah, well spotted, Bertrum. Reason number 4. I ran through a red light once. If only I'd remembered to bring the car and my clothes.
When was that?
Let's see. 2007, I believe. Oh, yes, now I remember. I was on my way to pick up Heavenly Swords.
Oh, I like that game.
Do you know, Bertrum, that women have told me in the past that I have a Heavenly Sword? Ha ha, if you know what I mean. I say Heavenly Sword, but it's more Heavenly Dagger. No. Heavenly Penknife.
Heavenly Needle?
No, Bertrum. You're not allowed to make fun of my penis. Only I'm allowed to make fun of my penis.
Sorry.
'Twas an amusing joke, though. I don't know if I told you, Bertrum, but I have started reading Dante again. And no, not the Devil May Cry Dante. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
Isn't that what the sign in our bathroom says?
Yes, Bertrum. My wife also has that tattooed on her lady garden.
Speaking of Dante, I got lost in the 9 circles of hell once. I got stuck between lust and gluttony. No, wait. It was McDonald's. Yeah, lots of fat people. Attractive staff, though.
That's nice, Bertrum? Oh, bugger me senseless.
Bugger me senseless? Isn't that a film?
I don't believe so.
Oh, really? You see, I thought I heard you quoting from it last night.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
When you were in the shower, I thought I heard you say, bugger me senseless.
Yes. Well, you see, I dropped my soap. Yes. And you know what I'm like. So I've been trying to limit the amount of swearing I do. So instead of saying shit, I said bugger me senseless. Yes.
Oh, really? I thought I saw a gentleman exit the bathroom before you. I think he was dressed in a clown outfit and...
Fine, I confess. I have a fetish for clowns. Are you satisfied?
Were you satisfied?
Oh, ha ha. Let's just focus on the bloody stream. Right, so... yes.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Did the clown let you honk his nose? His actual nose, not his...
Shut up, Bertrum. As a matter of fact, he did. So, anyway, back to the stream. Focus on the stream. Don't concentrate on what Bertrum's saying. He's going to ask lots of stupid things, I'm sure. Yes, playing the game, playing the game.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
When the clown, you know, did confetti come out?
Shut up, Bertram. As a matter of fact, it did. Right, back to the game. Let's play the game. Don't focus on anything that's going on around you.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How funny was the clown? On a scale of 1 to 10.
Shut up, Bertram. And you as well as I know that the only person I find funny is me.
I have a question.
Haven't you tortured me enough?
Did the clown ram a custard pie onto your face? If you catch my meaning?
I am not going to answer that, Bertram.
Oh, please.
No, you're a very sick man.
Says the man with a clown fetish.
Touché. That reminds me, you can turn the oven off now, Bertram.
This doesn't look like a chicken.
Ah, well that's because it's no from next door. I don't teach that little bastard to call me an old bastard. Can you believe he was shouting that at me from his own garden?
I think he might have just been calling for his dog.
His dog?
Old bastard? That's his dog's name.
Oh, damn it! Quick, Bertram, close the oven door. We'll get rid of the body later.
Then what are we going to have for dinner?
Weren't you listening? I said we'll get rid of the body later.
Oh! Boy, oh boy! Oh, that reminds me. Today's stream is sponsored by the phrase, boy, oh boy.
And a special thank you to our other sponsor for this video, Suck It and See. The only sex toy that doubles as a telescope when you want to spy on that hot new neighbor of yours. So go ahead and suck it and see.
Wasn't that featured on Dragon's Den?
It was, Bertram. That it was. Bertram, do you have the notes for the review we have to record after this? No, never mind. I can see them. Interesting game we are reviewing. It was one of those games where you're able to rename the main character. So naturally, I gave them the greatest name in the world. Reuben Crowley.
But that's your name.
Well done, Bertram. On a scale of 1 to 10 on the stupid scale, you are now officially a 12. I named his best male friend Bertram Butler.
But that's my name.
Correction. Make that a 17 on the stupid scale. Give that man a medal. Actually, don't bother. He can't even spell the word medal.
You're
retarded.
What are you doing?
Well, isn't it obvious, Bertram? Can't you see that I have clearly died, and am waiting for the Grim Reaper to come and take my soul to heaven?
Really?
No, not really, Bertram. We're still waiting for this bloody lighting technician to get here. When did you say he should arrive? He was supposed to be here 6 hours ago.
Lighting technician?
Yes, you know the one you were supposed to call today.
Today?
You did call the lighting technician, didn't you, Bertram?
Of course. Just give me 1 minute.
Bertram? Bertram! Where are you going? Get back. I bet he didn't call the lighting technician. I bet that's exactly what's going on here. Why am I talking to myself? Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a 3-minute intermission, during which I may or may not be using the toilet. In my absence, my manservant Bertrum here will entertain you. May God have mercy on your souls. Ugh.
There once was a chap called Bertrum. His friends, they did desert him. But then he met Sir OCG. He's been very bad to me. He hit me once with his car. He strangled me. It was bizarre. Despite that, though, I still survived. That's not how Bertram finally died. Late one night I heard a ghost. I ignored it and craved some toast. Went down the stairs to make my snack, when suddenly, panic attack! I fell, it must be 20 flights. My body crashed with all its might into a fuse box. What a jolt! Got fried on 50,000 volts. There once was a chap called Bertram. A witch doctor did revive him. And now I work for OCG, lie on this couch eternally. I watch him make his little streams. He just makes fun of everything. All the while I plot his end. I swear one day I'll have revenge.
What are you doing? What was that?
You see I shit pants.
Well, clean it up. We don't want ants.
I'm still a corpse, so I can't.
Wait a minute. Are you eating again?
No.
Liar! Is that my cheese sandwich?
That depends. Did you leave it in the fridge with a note on top of it that said Reuben? What does Reuben mean? Is it a made-up word?
That's my name, you idiot!
Oh, would you like a bite?
Keep it! I'll punish you later.
Oh.
Who the hell is that? Oh, it's you. The bitch is back. And no, I am not referring to Bertram.
Oh.
I am referring to my mother-in-law, who just at this very moment has returned home with this week's shopping. No doubt one item she's bought is an extra-large tub of Vaseline, or as you Americans call it, KY jelly. It's not that the woman is particularly kinky, so I can only guess she has purchased it to remove the stink she seems to have up her ass. Anyway, oh, did you see what I did there, Bertram? Bertram?
Huh?
In the game, did you see what I did?
I was busy.
Busy? Busy? Too busy to watch your master? I am the greatest YouTuber who has ever lived. I hold the Guinness World Record for having the smallest, I mean the biggest penis in the entire world. What could you possibly be busy doing? Let's hear it.
I was reading the obituaries hoping that I'd see that my Uncle Herbert had died a violent death.
Aw, that's so sweet. I'm so proud of you, Bertrum. Here, take my hand. So, what did your Uncle Herbert do that you would want him dead?
He urinated on my hand.
Get your fucking hand off of me. Let's move on. Quickly.
We should review another game later today. Maybe after dinner.
Oh, I just don't have time today to review another game, Bertrum.
And why not?
Well, as you know, once a month I like to spend an entire day in the nude and do nothing but stand at the front door waiting to leap out on any unsuspecting visitors.
Ah, Nudie Tuesday!
Yes, and today just so happens to be that day.
Oh, yes. I was wondering why your Colonel Mustard was on display in all of his glory.
That's Sir Colonel Mustard to you, Bertrum.
Oh.
Pass me a towel, won't you?
Do we own towels?
Good point. Yes. Run out and purchase a towel, and then come back here and pass it to me. There's a good fellow. I must say, Bertrum, this game is bloody crazy.
Speaking of bloody crazy, didn't you nearly kill Sonic the Hedgehog once?
Actually, it was quite the opposite, Bertrum. He came over to visit me one Nudie Tuesday back in 1997, and I made the mistake of inviting the little bastard inside. Long story short, I accidentally sat on him when he stole my favorite chair.
Oh, that must have hurt, especially with all those spikes of his.
Yes, I was picking those spikes out of my ass for a month. A month, I tell you. Okay, for the last time, Bertrum, you are not a monkey. Therefore, you are not allowed to throw poo at me. Okay? And another... Splatterhouse, indeed. I tell you, Bertrum, if you want to see what an actual splatterhouse looks like, you only have to come round to my parents' house at Christmas. I've never seen such a bloodbath. Year after year, inevitably some relative of mine gets drunk, and another relative will take them out with a turkey baster. I don't think I've actually told you this, Bertrum, but my great-great-great-great-great-Aunt Delilah circumcised my great-great-great-great-great-Uncle Humphrey with only a wooden spoon. Yes, remarkable. Who knew you could circumcise someone with So, do you realize, Bertrum, that we have been streaming now for over a year?
Oh, wow.
Yes, how things have changed this last year. Well, you died and were resurrected a la Jesus Christ, or as I like to call him, the Zaz. I married and divorced a woman who literally had sex with everything. Men, women, buildings. True story. She is the first woman in human history to actually bring the Eiffel Tower to orgasm.
Oh my!
Yes, and I have become steadily more and more intolerant, and incontinent, and impotent. So, in a nutshell, a lot has happened this last year. Now, speaking of my ex-wife, did I tell you, Bertrum, that my ex-wife actually worked on the original Night of the Living Dead softcore pornography parody, Night of the Living Bed, about a bed that would come to life and eat people foolish enough to make love on it. Interesting, no? What are you doing, Bertram?
I'm looking for the movie online.
Well, you can do that later. It's bollocks anyway. You know what else is bollocks, Bertram? Something has just come to mind and I simply must tell you about it. There is something very misleading about RPG titles. Dragon Quest, for instance, has absolutely nothing to do with a dragon. And Final Fantasy, well, how can it be the final one if you keep bloody making them? Let's see, The Last Story? Well, it most certainly was not The Last Story. Lost Odyssey? Well, it's not bloody lost. I have played it many times. I'd say it's more Found Odyssey than Lost Odyssey. I could go on. And I shall. Now, The Witcher, well, there's more than one Witcher, so it should be called The Witchers. Alpha Protocol. You know, I actually liked that game. I want a remaster of that game. No, I demand it. Come on, Sega. Stop fondling Sonic's rings and give me a remaster of Alpha Protocol. Now, speaking of Final Fantasy, let me tell you a story, dear viewer. Back in 1997, when I was younger than I am now, and my penis was just starting to grow, I asked my father to buy for me Final Fantasy VII, which had just been released. I excitedly awaited his return, chasing my sibling around our home with a knife while wearing a Jason Voorhees mask to pass the time.
Oh, I remember their funeral. Was a tacky affair.
'Twas that. So, my father returns with the PlayStation game under his arm. I grab it from him, as was customary in those days, and scream in horror as I behold not Final Fantasy VII, the game I had dreamed of owning, but Skull Monkeys. That's right, fucking Skull Monkeys.
Is that a real game?
Oh, it's much worse than that, Bertram. It's a nightmare.
So what did you do?
Well, I did what any spoiled child would do. I beat him over the head with the game until blood came out of his ears. And then I took said game and traded it in at my local gaming boutique for a copy of Final Fantasy VII. I never knew what an orgasm was until I took that game home and gently inserted it into my PlayStation. 'Twas then that I realized I had also asked my father to purchase a PlayStation, and he fucking forgot.
Oh, so what did you insert the disc into?
You know, Bertram, the cats never forgave me. But it's not all doom and gloom. Once my father recovered, he went and purchased that PlayStation, and I played Final Fantasy VII. The rest, as they say, is history.
Oh, what a lovely story.
Isn't it though? I tell you, Bertram, that Lady Demetress is quite the catch. In fact, if she were a fish, you would need an incredibly large net. Yes. That woman is so tall, I think she could tickle King Kong's ballsack. Ha ha. And another... Shit. Please note that Stephen Hawking was not harmed in the making of this live stream. But that's because he's dead. A bold statement, you might be thinking, but so is stating that my wife has more hair on her bottom lip than I do. It doesn't make either statement any less true.
I'm getting peckish. Do you think that shop on the corner will have any Twinkies? I had one of them in Florida once, and I suddenly have a craving.
This is Britain, Bertram. We have everything here. I mean, for God's sake, I once saw a shop selling imported boxes of Cocoa Pops, a product that we've been able to get here for centuries. And this particular shop went to all the trouble of importing bloody Cocoa Pops, and then had the gall, had the nerve to charge 3 times what they usually sell for. Bloody Cocoa Pops for the same price I could buy condoms. Extra large condoms. Extra large condoms. And while I'm ranting, I was on the PlayStation Store last night, and do you know there is a game for sale there where you play as a slice of bread? A bloody slice of bread. Not even a sandwich. A piece of bloody flipping bread.
What is it called?
I am bread.
Oh, catchy.
It most certainly is not catchy. Oh, that reminds me. Did I tell you that I once saw a shop selling imported boxes of Cocoa Pops? A product we've been able to get here for centuries. And this particular shop went to all the trouble of importing bloody Cocoa Pops, and then had the gall, the nerve to charge 3 times what they usually sell for.
Yes, you did tell me. Less than 2 minutes ago, in fact.
Ah, well that's okay then. Now remind me when we're done with this stream to blowtorch my underpants.
Okay. Can I ask why?
No, you may not. Well, if you must know, the dryer has broken down.
Oh, I see. So, how is this game that you're playing?
Well, it's about as much fun as tucking your sausage between your legs and talking like a girl.
That's funny.
Oh, thank you, Bertram.
Do I get a prize?
Oh, that won't be necessary. Now get back in your cage. Actually, hold that thought. Let me kill this imbecile first.
You rang?
I did not ring, Bertram.
Oh, I thought you were calling for me. You said imbecile, and that's what you usually shout at me when you want something.
Yes, that I do, but not this time. Back in your cage, imbecile.
You rang?
Go away. Where was I? Oh, yes. Bertram, did you know that somewhere in the world, at this exact moment, there is a woman touching herself and thinking about... him. And also, in another corner of the world, Bertrum, did you know that there is a man currently touching himself and thinking about him? You know, I've been thinking, Bertrum, we need to review more Call of Duty games on the channel.
Don't say the name.
What name? Call of Duty?
Never say that name. It's said if you look into a mirror and say it 3 times, a swarm of adolescents will emerge and spew abuse at you.
Oh, thank you for warning me, Bertrum. I'm also thinking we should get a dog.
You have a dog. Me.
Not quite, Bertrum. You see, a dog is actually useful.
Well, what can a dog do that I can't do?
Lick its own genitals?
But that's not fair.
Because you don't have any genitals.
Oh, you think you're so funny.
I don't think, Bertrum. I know I'm funny. Bloody hilarious, actually. Did you know, Bertrum, that I once trained a dog to lift a grand piano with just its nose?
That's a lie.
How dare you, Bertrum? I would never dream of telling you a... Yes, it is a lie. I almost had you convinced, though, didn't I?
Not at all.
What was that? I'm a ball? Well, thank you, Bertrum. I'm glad you enjoy my company, because I am the one and only. Ain't nobody else quite like me. I am the one and only. Forget the rest of the words.
Did we really require the singing?
There's always time for some singing, Bertrum. You know, I remember fondly when that song came out, as I was still being breastfed.
But you were 17.
Yes? What's your point, Bertrum?
You should have stopped at the singing. Now you've turned this stream into something sordid.
Have you watched any of our reviews, Bertrum? I turn all of them into something sordid. Even the Disney ones.
Oh, yeah. That one viewer threatened to castrate you.
Oh, yes. Joke's on them. You see, I'm already circumcised.
Oh, I didn't know you were Jewish.
I'm not. You see, I got my Colonel Mustard stuck in the fridge door. I shouldn't be too harsh on that viewer, though. I believe they were a lesbian.
Oh, all you care about are lesbians.
That's not true. I also care about escorts, prostitutes, glamour models, celebrities who don't wear bras, and then lesbians. And now for a word from our sponsor, Detective Penis.
Again, that's, peanuts. You know, nothing beats a good cup of coffee. Except maybe an even better cup of coffee. Or cocaine. I'm ashamed to admit that I have become somewhat of an addict to coffee, you understand, not cocaine. I drink 54 cups of delicious coffee in any given day. So as you can imagine, I'm not only incredibly hydrated, but I'm usually bouncing off the walls, and my urine is an unsightly brown color. Coffee might seem a bit cliché for a grizzled detective like me, but I do enjoy a good cliché. Like all movie detectives, I wear a trench coat, usually used to conceal second-hand watches, Persian rugs, or your firearm. Well, I'm not allowed to carry my firearm anymore. Not after what happened to Gary. What? What happened? Well, I'm not really allowed to. Basically, I was showing Gary my Clint Eastwood impersonation, twirling my gun and then putting it back into its holster. Now, I've been practicing, and I'm assured that little Timmy might walk again someday. So anyway, I'm practicing, I'm doing my impression, gun goes off, and Gary, well, he probably won't be having any children in the future, but apart from that, I mean, I heard his wife left him, took the kids and his favorite wooden spoon. You know, Gary loved that spoon. I mean, I got him a new one for Christmas, but it just wasn't the same. I mean, how could it be?
Bertrum, fetch me a monkey.
Right now?
Yes, right now. Have you got something better to do?
But it's the middle of the night.
Well, how else do you expect to procure a monkey from the local zoo unless it's during the night? You can't very well steal one during the day. Someone will see you.
You're fucking me.
Well, I didn't think you would notice.
Can I at least finish my sandwich first?
Yes, I suppose.
Fetch me a monkey. How do you come up with these schemes?
Because I am a genius.
A genius? What about that time my arm fell off and you thought that you could simply superglue it back in the socket?
It worked, did it not?
But now I can't move my arm. At all.
Well, at least it'll stop you masturbating. Isn't live streaming fun, Bertrum? I haven't had this much fun since I slapped you with a fish.
You've never slapped me with a fish. Ow!
Well, I have now.
You're a very strange man.
Well, thank you, Bertrum. It's something I'm very proud of.
I wouldn't be.
What was that?
Nothing. OCG.
Yes?
Do animals have genitals?
What the hell made you ask that?
Just making conversation.
Of course animals have genitals. How else would they procreate?
I thought a stork brought the babies to, no?
You're an idiot, Bertrum.
Oh, thank you.
Did you know, Bertrum, that I met Mega Man myself recently? Yes. I mean, the chap's in his 40s now. You know, has a glass eye, walks with a bit of a limp. So I decided to follow him, see where he went. Luckily for me, he visited the local gentleman's toilets. And when he was urinating in that hole-in-the-wall thing, I thought I would just have a little peek, see what Mega Man is packing. But as it turns out, Bertrum, he's not so much a Mega Man. Now we come to the controversial part of the stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, are you going to tell us about being molested by your grandfather while watching Titanic?
What's wrong with you?
Oh, more controversial than that?
Shut up, Bertrum. I have to say this. The only thing I hate more than a silent protagonist in a video game is celebrities who make sex videos of themselves.
Why?
Because no one was interested when I accidentally, on purpose, leaked my sex video.
Well, no one wants to watch you having sex with your Aunt Cecilia. Especially because she's been dead since 1905.
A necrophilia joke, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that reminds me. We need a new piano.
Why?
Because I might have accidentally leaned against it and made it roll down the hallway stairs, through the front door onto the street, down a side alley, then onto a busy road, where it might have got smashed to pieces by an elderly man driving a tank.
I see. A tank, you say?
I believe so.
Okay. Damn. I really like that piano. Well, at least I still have my church organ, eh?
Actually...
Oh no. Say it isn't so.
I'm afraid it is.
Old man in a tank?
Old woman flying a 747.
Damn. There is no God. Oh well. Shit happens.
Please note, OCG is a fictional character. Any resemblance to persons alive, dead, or undead is purely coincidental.
Shut up, Bertrum.
Okay, shutting up.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, joined once again by my faithful manservant / factotum Bertrum. Say hello, Bertrum.
Hello, Bertrum.
And this is our live stream for Insert Game Title Here. So let me just begin by saying that this stream was made for children. I mean, not made for children. So, Mum and Dad, if you decide to show this to your children, maybe mute the audio. Now, let's commence with the profanity-strewn live stream that contains references to sex, mutilation, and torture. Ha ha ha! I'm only kidding. There is no torture.
This game looks like a cartoon.
I must confess that I have fallen out of favor with cartoons as of late. They become rather tame for my tastes. I will now only watch cartoons if they have graphic violence, cross-dressing, nudity, and or animal cruelty. So, pretty much anything featuring the Looney Tunes. Yes, I was aroused by cartoon characters long before I was ever aroused by human beings. I only have to say the words Jessica Rabbit or Donald Duck to send myself into some kind of sexual frenzy. Though, I do not recommend making love to pictures. That's the perfect way to give yourself a paper cut somewhere you really do not want a paper cut. And oh, by the way, Bertrum, remind me that we have 2 reviews to do today.
Oh, wow!
I know what you're thinking. 2 reviews in the same day? I know, Bertrum. I am usually fortunate if I can remember to use the bathroom twice a day. Oh, that reminds me. Better change my underpants. I'll do it after this part.
Are you not going to read out the comments?
Read the comments, indeed. You know, Bertrum, I remember a time when reading simply meant looking at the pictures and making up your own story. Granted, there isn't much story in an issue of Playboy, but still,
Speaking of reading, I'm glad this game has subtitles.
Bertrum, subtitles are for people who are deaf and or stupid.
That's not very nice.
What did you say?
That's not very nice.
What did you say?
That's not very nice.
What did you say?
Nothing.
What did you say? Just a little joke there. Sit still, Bertrum. You're making me nervous.
Oh, sorry.
I have been known to bust a move myself. That's right, Bertrum.
When?
Well, you see, I had a very brief stint where I busted this drug dealer called amoung. So, I bust amoung.
Oh.
You didn't think I was talking about dancing, did you? Oh, good Lord, no. I don't dance. I leave that to commoners and relatives who drink too much at funerals. I don't know if I ever told you this, Bertrum, my dear manservant, but I once filleted Sonic the Hedgehog.
You cut him up?
Oh, did I say filleted again? My mistake. I meant filleted. Yes. How rude of me. I haven't even properly introduced myself yet. Well, dear viewer, my name is Professor Ruben Crowley, but you will know me as OCG, the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer. Now, some people would describe me as a disgrace of a human being, and I'm inclined to agree with them. Yes, I am. In my youth, I was what you might call a paranormal investigator. When my darling wife, Sarah, died, my quest to discover life after death became somewhat of an obsession. But alas, she had been sick for a very long time. Constipation, you see. Consumption. I remember first meeting Sarah like it was 22 years ago. She couldn't resist me. After all, how could any woman resist this tall, dark, handsome, paranormal investigating love machine? Yes. Shall I continue? I think I became interested in the realm of paranormal investigation not to find proof of life after death, but simply to find my Sarah and tell her again that I liked her a lot. I know tragedy all too well. It's like an ugly cousin to me. All of my life I have known nothing but rejection and despair. You see, it started when I was very young and my parents died. They taught me everything I know. Son, my father would say, there are only two things in this life you must remember. Keep away from priests and liquor. Now, the night that they met their end was on their 124th wedding anniversary. Daddy, my father, took Mother to dinner. But alas, when they were walking home, they crossed a busy road and were stabbed to death by an alcoholic priest. Over the years, I have been everything, from a serial killer to a detective, a Satanist to a vegan, a bastard to a cannibal. To fill the time, I started gaming and masturbating. gaming while masturbating. A lot of repetitive strain injury, as you can imagine. So now I am OCG, the obsessive compulsive gamer, streamer, YouTuber. I've become rather obsessed with not only gaming, but taking over Twitch itself, and then I will rule the entire world. That's my evil laugh, in case it wasn't obvious. Oh, I just remembered. Masters of the Universe is on tonight.
Oh, I love that movie.
No, I love that movie.
We can both love it.
No, we can't. Just like we both can't use the shower at the same time. But you seem to ignore that.
Oh.
If you do it again, I'll be forced to get my whip.
You don't own a whip.
No. But I do often blackmail my wife with a walnut whip.
Oh, how very 1990s of you.
Don't pretend you don't enjoy a walnut whip, Bertram.
Not particularly.
Oh, that's a shame, because I have one here, and I was going to...
Give it to me. I meant to ask before, but, you've been to Paris, haven't you?
Many times.
What is your favorite thing to do in Paris? Is it visiting the magnificent architecture like the Eiffel Tower or the Moulin Rouge? Is it the food? I know you're partial to some children's legs. Frogs' legs.
Bertram, I visit Paris for one reason and one reason only. To look for Eva Green.
Oh, not this again.
I'm going to make her love me, no matter what.
What about your wife?
Oh no, she'd probably hate my wife. Attractive people despise the ugly and the overweight.
Actually, I think Ava Green lives in London now. Where are you going? OCG, OCG?
Right, I'm back. I forgot my bag of aphrodisiacs.
You can't leave. We have this stream to do.
Oh, fine. But when we're done, Eva will be mine.
If you say so.
I do say so. Did you know, Bertram, that I have a black belt in karate? I am a master of ninjutsu. I have studied taekwondo. I have a degree in bitch slapping. But for some bizarre reason, I still punch like this. Oh. Oh. I'm like a geriatric with constipation. Look again, Bertram. Oh. Ooh. You see what I'm saying? And don't even get me started. So, Bertram, you previously asked me in our last session, how does one spot a zombie? So, I've done a little bit of research, just for your benefit, Bertram, and I have here 3 ways that you can conclusively identify if someone is a zombie or not. Number 1, they will have a bad use of the English language. Now please, Bertram, do not confuse a zombie with a drunk Scottish person. I mean, I can see how it could be confusing, but they will often speak, how can I demonstrate? They'll make lots of noises. Now, you like me to repeat that, Bertram? They'll make lots of noises, often combined with this gesture, or perhaps this gesture, or this gesture, maybe even this gesture. But the thing that will give away that it's a zombie will be the... Okay, number 2. They will have awful personal hygiene. Yes, no doubt they will smell similar to something like the armpits of a fat Xbox fanboy. Or like that little bit of skin between your genitals and your anus. Yes. Number 3. They will have a penchant for brains. And what that means, Bertrum, is they like to eat brains. So you'll be perfectly safe should a zombie apocalypse ever befall us. So, they will make noises like, they will have bad hygiene, and they like eating brains. So, I hope you took that all in, Bertrum, because there'll be a test next, Did you know, Bertrum, that my wife volunteered to be a human pincushion once?
Volunteered?
Well, volunteered, forced to do it, whatever. Do you know it took 5 million pins to cover her incredibly large head? I won't tell you how many it took to cover her incredibly large stomach. Let's just say it was a lot. You know, Bertram, that woman has a problem with... I have been interviewed by the police many times. It's to be expected in my line of work. Oh, didn't I tell you? I'm an artist. I used to be content with paint and a brush, maybe some crayons, some coloring pencils, but now I prefer working with blood and a knife, or any other deadly implement I can get my hands on. So of course, I'm used to being questioned when I just so happen to be at or near the scene of a horrific, violent murder. Don't want to brag or anything, but 53 is a bloody high number for someone as young and beautiful as me. My crimes meant I had to flee the UK and relocate to America. But boy, do I miss England. There's a distinct lack of serial killers in the United Kingdom, so you're always seen as kind of a big deal. Over here, serial killers are as common as fat children in McDonald's. I've got a feeling the stream will be back up and running in the next minute or so. I have a kind of sixth sense for these things. Like when I was a child, and my uncle would come into my room late at night, completely naked and smelling of that foul aftershave. I just knew that it was going to take days to get rid of that odor. Oh, break time already? Gosh, I am a lazy streamer. Did you know that my parents were murdered by a serial killer? No? Excellent. Well, it was Halloween night, 1980-something, and I was grounded for painting pervert on my uncle's new Mercedes. Trust me, he deserved it. So, I stayed in my room all night with headphones on, listening to music. Now, unbeknownst to me, someone comes to the door. My parents think it's a trick-or-treater and let them into the house. Sadly, for my parents, the man is a lunatic, and he proceeds to cook my mum in the oven
stab my dad 1,012 times, and then cut them both up and scatter their body parts around the basement. But the worst part of it all, the worst part, is that he steals all the candy meant for trick-or-treaters. He was a monster. So that's how my parents died.
Okay, number 4 on the list of all things that Japanese video games must contain. Number 4 is female characters with heaving bosoms. And you might be asking yourself, but why? Why must a Japanese video game feature such characters? And it's quite simple. For longevity of the game. You see, the average game may only take you a couple of hours to finish. But if you throw a couple of female characters into your game, particularly the ones with heaving bosoms, then lonely gamers, such as myself, whenever these characters appear on the screen, will pause the video game to indulge in a little self-love, if you catch my meaning. And that's a good thing for the longevity of the... oh shit.
And now for a word from our sponsor, Detective Penis. That's, Peanuts, thank you. In my long and illustrious career, I have attended 56 murders, 73 robberies, 12 muggings, 4 bar mitzvahs, and 136 donut shops. I have apprehended 0 murderers, no burglars. I have almost prevented 3 arsons, but I have cautioned 42 homeless men for loitering, and I have issued 6 parking tickets, all of which remain unpaid. Now, some would say I am the worst police officer in the entire world, but, I disagree. I'm not a police officer. I'm a detective. I'm divorced, overweight, and way behind in my rent. But I do occasionally visit my neighbor, Owen, and watch reruns of Cops, MASH, or Sex in the City together. On more than one occasion, usually while drinking, I have broke down and cried into Owen's sweaty armpit. Apart from that, life is good. Life is good.
OCG?
Yes, Bertram?
Why are you dressed like that?
Well, Bertram, I thought that since we're going to be talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles today, I thought that I would dress myself like a teenager. Why? Do you not approve of my attire?
You look like someone's very uncool uncle.
Shut up, Bertram! Anyway, did I tell you about the story of the turtle and the hare, Bertram?
I don't think so.
Well, you see, the turtle, my dear manservant, turned out to be a serial killer. So he cut up the hare, put parts of his body in the microwave, and cooked him. Isn't that a lovely story, Bertram?
Not really.
In a time long ago. In fact, it wasn't that long ago, but alas. No, Bertram, I didn't say ass, I said alas. It means, whatever. No matter. In a time, not that long ago, I found myself looking for employment.
My life is an expensive one, you see. This bow tie that I am wearing cost me an arm and a leg. Not mine, you understand, but I was able to procure an arm and a leg from, somewhere. Long story short, I am wandering the night. It is cold. It is raining. I think it was raining. I'm approached by a man. He tells me that his wife is untrue to him. She is an adulterer. She has been having a torrid affair with his brother for over a year now. He offers me a large sum of money and asks only one thing of me. So I respond, get down onto my knees and prepare to fillet the gentleman, who, whereupon he tells me that he would like me to kill his wife. Now I'm embarrassed. I knew that. I was just tying my shoelaces. It is then that I noticed that my shoes have no laces. Luckily for me, though, the man ignores this and iterates again that he would like me to kill his wife, to be an assassin for him. It is here that I have misunderstood the word assassin and proceeded to bend over and drop my trousers. Luckily for me, the man is blind. So he says a third time, I would like you to kill my wife, to which I say, I'd rather not. I'm desperate, but I'm not that desperate. So, I thought it might be fun to try something out while we play this game.
Oh, God. What are you planning?
Well, do you remember that story I was working on?
No, absolutely not. You cannot read that.
How did you know that's what I was even considering?
Because you're fucking crazy?
I resent that. But Bertrum, even you have to admit that the subject matter fits this game perfectly.
Well, actually, it doesn't, but...
Perfect! Let's begin.
Oh, may the ground open up and swallow me whole.
Ha! Here's hoping. So, dear viewers, let me regale you with a little tale I have been working on for a while. So, here is the world premiere of Trevor, the Transvestite T-Rex.
Oh, kill me now.
Shut up, Bertram. Once upon a time, 65 million years ago to be precise, the world was filled to the brim with dinosaurs. They were very much like the human race. They liked to eat, poop, sleep, make love, but the teenage dinosaurs mostly spent their time fighting with their friends over which was the best, the PlayStation or the Xbox.
They didn't have...
Shut up, Bertram. Now, I myself have built a time machine just last week and travelled back to this time and beheld with awe the sheer size of these prehistoric animals. I'm not exaggerating when I say that the T-Rex had the largest Colonel Mustard I have ever seen. And I was fortunate to come across one in the middle of its mating ritual with a Triceratops of, shall we say, low moral standing. Yes, dear viewer, sex workers existed even 65 million years ago. Anyway, I was fortunate enough to be standing under the T-Rex when he pulled his Colonel Mustard out of his companion, and...
I told you to cut that part out!
And I told you to shut up, Bertrum. But we're not here to talk about me, dear viewer. No. We are here to learn all about Trevor, the transvestite T-Rex. Trevor was born a long time ago. His mother was just a dirty hoe. She sold her son for lots of drugs. The dealer threw in a lovely rug. Trevor was raised by lots of girls. They styled his hair, put it in curls. Trevor then found he was aroused when he was dressed in a nice blouse. Yes. Trevor enjoyed his head in bows, obsessed with the Rocky Horror Show. He padded his bra with caveman shit. Can't think of a line here that will fit. Trevor was fond of scrambled eggs. He tucked his meat between his legs. To all the boys, he was a catch. They put their meat right up his hatch.
Hatch? Do you mean bum?
It's a complex narrative, Bertrum. Read into it what you will.
Yes, hatch means bum. Continue.
Trevor took drugs, just like his mum. To fund this vice, he sold his rum.
Rum? Did you mean bum again?
No. Trevor had amassed quite a collection of rare and delicious rums.
Did they have rum 65 million years ago?
Absolutely not. But I'm using what we writers call creative license. Yes.
Okay. Continue.
Where was I? Oh, yes. Trevor took drugs, just like his mum. To fund this vice, he sold his rum. His dealer was a filthy brute. Made Trevor become a prostitute.
Oh no, not the same one you saw when you...
The very same, Bertrum. Isn't it amazing?
So what happened next?
Well, after contracting a whole manner of exotic diseases while selling his trade, Trevor eventually went mad and bit his own tail off, and then used it to suffocate himself to death. And thus, Trevor, the transvestite T-Rex, was no more.
Oh, what a sad ending.
Oh, don't feel too bad for him, Bertrum. His spirit now lives in transsexual Transylvania.